Gold has fascinated society for fun something that fits in your pocket. Subscribe for more extraordinary industrial stories.
Today, we take you inside the gold mining factory, from blast to bar.
Gold mines are found on every continent. The world's largest are in Nevada, USA, and Ghana. Before a single shovel hits the ground, geologists analyze rock samples and satellite imagery. Drill rigs bore hundreds of meters into the earth, pulling out cylindrical rock cores. Scientists analyze these cores in laboratories. Once gold is confirmed, construction begins on a massive scale. Open pit mining is used when detonated, the blast can move thousands of tons of rock in a single explosion. This ore contains gold, but you cannot see it with the naked eye. It is trapped inside the rock at concentrations as low as 1 gram per ton. Massive hydraulic excavators scoop up blasted ore, loading it into waiting haul trucks. This runs 24/7. Haul trucks used in gold mining are among the largest land vehicles on Earth. A single Caterpillar convoys of haul trucks follow carefully engineered spiral roads that wind from thousands of times every single day. When gold is found deep underground in concentrated veins, goes over 4 kilometers below the surface. Miners descend into the earth in giant cage elevators called skips. A single trip to the working level. Underground, miners use pneumatic drills to bore holes precisely into gold-bearing rock veins. In underground mines or in LHDs, these powerful diesel machines scoop ore from blasted rock faces. All ore arrives at the priority of transforming worthless-looking rock into one of the world's most valuable metals. The first machine the ore meets is the primary crusher, a multi-sort of 1,000 tons. After primary crushing, ore travels on giant conveyor belts that net thousands of tons of ore every single hour. After primary crushing, ore travels on giant conveyor belts that net thousands of tons of ore every single hour. Ore enters the SAG mill, semi-autogenous grinding mill. This rotating steel drum, as big as a house, the ball mill takes over from the SAG mill, further reducing ore to particles smaller than a grain of sand. Water is added to the ground ore, creating a thick gray slurry. This slurry is now ready for the chemical processes that will extract the gold. Gold is much heavier than surrounding rock. Gravity concentration equipment spins the slurry at high speed. When the slurry stopped is heard. While it may be remarkable, this material may contain 500 to 1,000 times more gold than the original ore. For ore where gold is locked inside sulfide minerals, flotation is used. The golden froth overflows the cell, rich in sulfide minerals containing gold. This concentrate is collected while the tailings are pumped away. The most important step in gold recovery is leaching. Cyanide has an extraordinary chemical attraction to gold. In the leach tanks, gold atoms bond with cyanide molecules to form a gold indissoluble. Activated carbon is added to the leach tanks, where it captures gold cyanide complexes from the solution. The carbon, loaded with gold, is separate. Loaded carbon is dark and unremarkable, yet worth a fortune. Gold-loaded carbon is transferred off the fern. This reversal of chemistry produces a gold-rich solution called strip solution. Electrical current pulls gold from liquid, depositing it as a golden coating on steel wool cathodes. After electrowinning, the steel wool cathodes are removed and the gold coating is visible. The cathodes are washed in smelter. The gold sludge from electrowinning arrives at the smelting facility, where chemistry gives way to fire. Gold sludge is mixed with flux, borax to the Chiral. The flux has a crucial role in converting meltables. Modern gold smelters use electric induction furnaces that create heat through electromagnetic induction. Inside the furnace, gold melts at 216 degrees Celsius to 1 degree slag. Workers in full protective equipment skim the dark slag from the surface of the molten gold. Now comes the most dramatic moment. The crucible is tilted, pouring a brilliant stream of molten gold into molds. This is pure visual magic. The molten gold fills each rectangular mold precisely. As the gold fills each mold, its brilliant wrinkled appearance as the metal contracts during cooling. This takes between 15 and 30 minutes. Once cooled, the gold bar is turned out of its mold. The bar with rust, it is real gold. The bar produced at the mine, this doré, is not yet investment-grade gold. It must go to refinery for final purification. Doré bars are weighed, sampled, and assayed at the mine, then secured in locked containers for shipment to certified refineries. Moving gold worth millions of dollars requires extraordinary security. Armored vehicles with armed guards transport doré bars to refineries. At the refinery, the mission of purity, known in the trade as 49s or 9999. The Miller process bubbles chlorine gas through molten gold. This process and base metals Raldo brass purity in hours. For 4/9 purity, refineries use electrolytic refining, the Volwyl process. The electrolytic process produces beautiful bridge-discipline chemicals of gold, rough, dull, almost disappointing. The cathode is removed and the gold crystals are scraped off. These gold crystals are melted and poured into final bar molds. The journey from doré to pure gold is complete. The pure gold crystals are melted once more. This time, the liquid is 99.99% pure gold. In the refinery, the pour is controlled with extraordinary precision. The molten gold is poured into mold. Every gold bar is assayed, chemically tested for purity. Small samples are drilled out and analyzed with precision techniques. Modern refineries use X-ray fluorescence analyzers that can determine the exact composition to identify every element present. Each gold bar is weighed on precision scales accurate to 1/10 of a gram. Any deviation means the bar is remelted and recast. Bars that pass assay and weight verification are stamped using steel dies. Each bar receives the refinery's hull. And finally, the finished gold bar. Gleaming, heavy, warm in color, stamped comfortably in one hand, similar to a large bowling ball. To lift it comfortably, you must use two hands. In a modern central bank vault, gold bars are stacked on steel pallets. A single pallet of gold bars can hold. The world's largest gold reserves are held in central bank vaults. This is where humanity's gold ultimately rests. Modern facilities use engineered dams and liners to safely contain them, preventing environmental contamination. Forward-thinking mines are now installing massive solar farms to Excavation on renewable energy. Forward-thinking mines are now installing massive solar farms to Excavation on renewable energy. When a gold mine is exhausted, the land is rehabilitated. Pits become lakes and the earth is replanted. Nearly 50% of all gold mined becomes jewelry. Mix in with gold bars to create the curries. About 8% of gold goes into electronics. Gold's perfect electrical conductivity is 30 millipros. Gold has surprising medical applications. Gold implants resist corrosion, and dentistry has used gold for millennia. About 20% of gold is held as investment. When economies are unstable, investors flee to gold. All the gold ever mined would fit in a cube 22 meters on each side, smaller than an Olympic pool, yet worth over $13 trillion. We've followed gold from blasted rock in an open pit, through crushing and grinding, through chemistry, and gold has fascinated society for something that fits in your pocket. Subscribe for more extraordinary industrial stories.